Hi everyone, and welcome back to Excellence Noir, where we seek to raise the standard and change the status quo. My name is Tasha Lord, and on this channel I share my experience as a St. Lucian living in the UK. Now, for those of you who have been watching my channel since 2020, yes guys, it's been 3 years that I've been inconsistent on YouTube, but nevertheless I've been enjoying it. So so for those of you who've been watching me since then, you would have noticed that there was a shift in my channel. Initially I was posting a lot of content about moving to the UK and my experience there and all of these things. I guess people would say that it was like I was encouraging people to move to the UK because of the experience that I was having. And then I'm sure that you guys have noticed a change, and this is what we're going to be discussing in the video today. I will be speaking to you about what happened and then why I stopped posting videos about like encouraging people to move to the UK. Okay, so let's rewind. And just as a disclaimer, I am not discouraging people from coming to the UK. I will just be discussing why I no longer post a lot of content in that area and that dealing with that topic and that issue. So like I've said before, I think I've said it in other videos before, when I just moved to the UK and I was searching for content about nurses in the UK, I didn't get much. I remember the only person at the time I got was Nicey Wangu. So she had videos, and these videos were very helpful to me. I used to get a lot of questions from people on Facebook and Instagram asking me about my experience in the UK, and in 2020 during the pandemic I started making videos sharing my experience. And at the time I feel like things haven't really changed much. It's still the same, but I think when you look at it in the long run, I'm now thinking, okay, you know what, maybe I did say it back then that the UK is not the best for everybody, but as I'm sure that you guys know, that there's a lot of staff, a lot of nurses here, doctors here as well, who are moving to Australia. There's different reasons. Everybody has their own reasons for doing things, but people are moving to Australia, people are moving to the US, people are moving to other countries where things are better. People are also moving back to their countries when they get there. So initially what was happening is that people would reach out to me and ask me about the UK. So they would tell me the experience. Oh, I am a single mother, I have an 8-year-old, or me and my husband would like to move, we don't have children, what do you think? So a lot of these questions would come, and I would try not to give my opinions, because at the end of the day, this is a life decision that people are making, and you cannot really ask a stranger on the internet about what they think you should do. So what I would do, I would just advise people in general. I would say, okay, well, I feel like for me and my husband, because we didn't have children, that it was all right, and I would share my experience and then leave the decision up to them. But people would still get here and say, oh my goodness, this place is so horrible, this place is so this place is so that, it's really like expensive. A lot of the things that I have been sharing already on my channel, all of the things that I was already saying, people would get here and say that oh, nobody told them this, or they were not aware of this, or they never thought it was that bad, which is what I was trying to avoid. So the content I put out, I tried to be as honest as possible and as fair as possible. I wouldn't tell anybody, oh, come to the UK because everything is so nice, and I wouldn't tell somebody, don't come to the UK, because I feel like there's so many lovely things about living here and so many opportunities that I have gotten just by being in the UK. So I feel like, it's something for somebody to really think about. So you would get that side of the coin, and the other side of the coin, you get people who say that, me being honest, me saying, oh, London is expensive, or this is expensive, or this is challenging. By saying that, they would say that, oh, you're discouraging people. It's like, I got a good opportunity and I don't want people to get that opportunity. I'm trying to hide it or lie or all of these things so that other people don't get that opportunity. And I think what's happening now, a lot of people are coming across now and realizing, oh, okay, it's not what you thought it was. And so, like, when I noticed that there was a lot more people producing content concerning, like, about the moving to the UK and all of that, I decided, you know what, this is not like what I initially wanted my channel for. I wanted my channel so I could share my experience, yes, and to be honest with people about things. But I also, you guys know, I love like inspiring people. I love encouraging people, educating people. I love these types of things. So I just wanted my channel to be just about my experience in general, and being able to share my story with people. And I get to meet so many people, which is what I'm grateful for. Like, I have people on my Instagram that I speak to every now and then that I have no idea who they are, and they don't know me either. They just know me from online. But it's just so nice to chat with you guys and to meet people and to laugh, and you know, it's really nice. So I enjoy that. So there was a point where there was so many individuals making content about moving to the UK, and it literally felt like, I don't know if you guys have TikTok, but you know when you go on TikTok and you scrolling and the people just have these ads, the TikTok ads, and from time I see it, like, I just scroll past, because some of them don't even seem genuine, where people just, like, they try to make something look very, very nice. So they would literally take like this shoe and be like, oh, this shoe is the best, you can go anywhere with this shoe, there's no shoe like this shoe, you know. And it feels so much like an ad. It didn't feel genuine. And there were so many people doing that at one point, just telling people, come, or like, you know, by any means you can come, but whatever you need to do whatever you need to do to come. And that I didn't support that at all, because even in our own countries, there's lovely things about our countries, but there's other things that are not so good. So I feel like you always give people the good and the bad, and then let people decide what is best for them. But I think some people were doing it because, I mean, getting the views on YouTube and getting paid by YouTube and all of these things. So people used it as a way as a second income. But that's not what I was interested in doing. Actually, I've not really made any money much. Like, I've not really made much money on YouTube, and that's not what I'm using my YouTube for. So this is why I moved away from that. I was like, you know what, if people need to reach me, I've already put out some videos about the UK, the US, and all of these things. So if people ever want to chat, they can always reach me on Instagram and we can talk about that. However, moving forward, I will be sharing just my experience of things. So if I go to shop, I will just show you guys, look at what I bought and this was the price. Not that I'm telling you, oh, groceries in the UK are cheap or groceries in the UK are expensive. So I want to share my experience, and you can take the information and do with it whatever you want. But I'm so grateful for the experience that I've had, and all of you guys who always like leave your lovely comments or message me on Instagram. That has been really nice and encouraging to me. However, I still come to tell you again, like I always do, there's a lot of things about the UK that are really nice. I feel like the UK is very family oriented. There's things that are put in place so that, you know, children are looked after properly, and then there's lots of times for families. You know, a lot of things are really nice. Even at work, and you guys know, this is why I haven't left, because my workplace has me in a chokehold like this, yeah? What I mean by that is, like, you know, every workplace has its little drama and stuff, but I feel like my workplace, there's little things, but the whole environment is really, really good. And I wish like there was a place I could go and nominate my workplace, like just my unit, my ward, which I could nominate them for an award. Like our matron, our manager, like she's in charge of the unit. This lady is a very respectable lady. She's fair. She pushes people. Like, she's a perfect example. You know, people who are born leaders, like they're just very good at leading, and she's like that. And I'm not like being biased, because I do say these things to her, because I'm somebody, like, if you're my friend or you've been around me, you know that if there's anything good, like if I notice any good qualities or anything about you, I will tell you, because I don't believe in waiting until somebody died to come on Facebook and say, oh why Lord did you take her, oh she's the best in the world, and then you never told the person any of these things. So I like to just be honest. So I always try to share positive things at work and encourage people. But yeah, so she makes sure that like everything is fair. So, you know, in some workplaces, people have told me that. I'm not just saying things just so. People have told me in certain workplaces, people get jobs because of their race. People get jobs, like other people were more qualified and they gave it to other people because that was their friend, like all of these types of things. And she is somebody that she makes sure that things are fair. She gives everybody opportunities, no matter where you come from, who you are, whatever. If you have a good idea, something that will help the unit, she says like, let's go, we welcome it. And they look after the staff well. So we try to make sure everybody's all right. We try to have different activities. I'm sure those of you who follow me on Instagram, every now and then you would see that I would share things that we do on my unit and all of these things. And, you know, it's just a very good environment. And I feel like, honestly, like, I feel like it's the standard. And no matter where I go again, and I know I will, I mean, the time will come when I'll need to leave. But I know wherever else I go, it could never be like that. So I think these are some things that are really good. And then sometimes you might be somebody where you go someplace and the workplace is horrible and people ill treat you and there's so much nonsense going on there. So it's something for you to really think about, something for you to pray about. If you're going to make a big decision like that, pray about it, get as much information as possible, plan. You guys know I always tell you about planning. But there are very good things, and also there are some things that are really like not good. And if you think about it, like personally, I feel like in the long run, like, you know, when you think about your future, where you'll end up, I feel like I don't know where I will be here if I continue like on the same like nursing salary. Imagine as a band 5 starting off. I mean, you're hoping to progress and you're hoping that you'll get opportunities to go to a higher band. But if you don't, you just think of like, at the end of the 5 years, you need to pay now for the PR. Well, you have to renew your visa, which you have to pay for. Then you have to pay for the PR, which is almost £3,000. And you're just hoping that you have that amount of money saved by then. And then when you finally apply for that, then you apply for your citizenship. And then you think of, oh, if I want to buy a house, or maybe during that time you want to buy a house, to be able to save for the deposit. I think all of these are really challenging when you have, if you're somebody who has like responsibilities back home, or you have children here, or you have, you know, you just have a lot going on because of the price of rent and the price of a lot of other things, like all of the bills and all of that. It can be very challenging to save. I'm being honest with you. It can be very challenging to save. And you would think, okay, in the next 10 years, will I be able to save enough money to like have a deposit to take a loan for a house? And then if I take a loan for a house, how long will it take for me to pay it? So all of these things, you know, you think about. And so I think this is what is influencing a lot of people's decision. A lot of people are leaving the UK. A lot of nurses and doctors are leaving. There's a lot of strikes going on and all of these things. So it's a big decision. If you're going to make it, make sure you think about it. And you guys know that you can always follow me on Instagram and always reach out to me. Pop me a message whenever I'm free. I will respond. I do respond to every single message. So I hope that you guys are well. And I wanted to give you guys a quick update on the shoes. I don't know if you remember, a few weeks ago I got the ToffeeIn clogs, whatever they call them, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. So this is what they look like, and I told you guys that I would wear it for the month of October, and I have been wearing it on every shift, and I just wanted to give a review. So I must say it's comfortable, but like I said, that I had the plantar fasciitis, so that was really challenging. So that's when you have like the pain under your, sometimes in your heel or your instep. And so the shoes came with its own sole, which was a brown one, which I showed you in the previous video. So I had to change the sole to get the one for the plantar fasciitis, which was this one on Amazon, which I will link below. And I feel bad, I always tell you guys I will link something and I don't. But this time I will try my best to remember, because I must say after that I do have pain occasionally, but it's honestly nowhere near to what it used to be. So this is one by Body Tech. Oh, I hope it's Body Tech. Yeah. Anyways, so this is what it looks like. And guys, this has helped with my pain so much. I will wear these shoes. Initially, it was so uncomfortable. It was so painful wearing it. Like literally the pain came from this. But when I got used to it, I think when my foot got used to it now, yeah, it's fine. I could wear it for my 12-hour shift and I'm alright. The shoe itself, I feel like it's held up well. The quality is good. The only thing is that there was something here, like I don't know if it's a silver some label or whatever, and the thing was peeling in no time, like it came off. I just took out both sides because it was coming off. But apart from that, shoes have been fine, no issues. So I would give the shoe 9.5. It's just because of this, because I don't know why there was something there and it peeled off. I don't know. So 9.5 out of 10. This I would give 10 out of 10 because the amount of pain I used to have, guys. Remember I told you I started the Couch to 5K, which was the running to help you to be able to run 5K. So I started that, and because of the runs I was having too much pain, and so I started using this sole for the shoes, and since then I restarted. So now I'm on week 8, so almost done. I'm running for 28 minutes now and no pain. So I will close the video off here, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, and hope that you guys have a lovely week.